What's up, guys? Out trying to get a little exercise this evening and thought I'd jump on. I know the lighting is not great. Sun is going down here, but I wanted to talk about something very briefly. There's been an ongoing discussion over the last number of years about whether when you are building or in the accumulation stage of retirement saving that you should only be invested in U.S. stocks or equities only. And there's a large contingency of folks out there who feel that way. They don't want anything to do with international funds or stocks, and they're very vocal about it. And then there are other people, and quite frankly, I'm in this category that has maintained a certain level of international exposure in my retirement portfolio, because there's an adage that says if there's not something in your portfolio that's not underperforming, or if there's not something in your portfolio that is underperforming, you're probably not diversified enough. And the reason is none of us can tell what's going to happen in the markets tomorrow. None of us can tell what's going to happen in the markets next week. So the whole idea of diversification is to be exposed to as many different vehicles as possible, because we don't know which one is going to perform well and which one is not. So I've got a friend of mine who was in that camp of, man, I don't want anything to do with international. Have you looked at the performance over the last few years? And I'm US only. I want nothing to do with international. So I told him, well, I'm not like you. I'm definitely exposed internationally. So fast forward to over the last year, to the last 18 months or so. And if you haven't paid any attention, if you compare the performance of a U.S. total stock market fund, say with Vanguard, if you compare that to a total international equities fund, that international equities fund has blown the U.S. performance out of the water. And people who were not exposed to that missed it. Now, I'm not saying it's too late, and I'm not saying it's going to continue. Again, that's the whole idea of diversification, because you don't know what's going to happen. But now, within the last couple of weeks, this same friend has come to me and said, "Hey, man, I've started getting some of that international." I said, "Oh, really? Pray tell. Why would you do that now?" He said, and he recognized. He said, "Well, the problem is I've missed a pretty significant run up, and I don't know if it's going to continue at all, I don't know if it's going to continue like it's been over the last year." And again, that is why I would tell anybody, at least give consideration to, again, diversifying the vehicles that you use, because none of us know what's going to happen. None of us can predict what's going to happen in the future. So just expose yourself to a little bit of everything. And let me say this is not financial advice. This is not tax planning advice. This is none of that. I'm none of those. This is just me talking about what I've seen and what I've experienced, and what I'm doing. But it is in no way my attempt to advise anybody. This is just for educational purposes only, stuff that we can talk about amongst ourselves. Okay? I wanted to get that in there. So, again, the whole idea behind me doing this is just to let everybody know, and just remind everybody that don't get so excited about the hot thing that's going on right now that you lose your mind and totally forget about the fact that could change tomorrow. That's where the whole idea, the whole concept of diversification comes in, because I'll repeat, we can't predict tomorrow. And if there's not something in your portfolio that is underperforming, you may not be diversified enough. So I hope you guys have a great evening, and I hope you can see this video. I think you can, and you guys be blessed.